My name is Jeffrey Dillinger. I'm one of the co-CEO here, and welcome to Megalis. Megalis is a creative studio. We have an end-to-end pipeline. We enjoy taking on full CG animation projects, live action, VFX projects, immersive experiences, anything that a client wants, we're happy to deliver. Alice in Borderland is a story about our main character, Alice, who finds himself in Shibuya and is emptied out, encounters some other people. They end up having to go through a series of games in order to survive. And when we reach the sequence that our team was able to work on, it's kind of hit this climax. And I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, so I'll let you watch it.
I'm Christophe Rodo. I'm VFX supervisor and co-CEO at Megalis. In Season 3, we worked on a very long sequence with water, starting with a torrent of water, going into a frozen water world, and ending into a giant maelstrom of water. One big challenge is that this has to happen in Tokyo. So we had to get the most realistic Tokyo, while not necessarily having the budget to get into making every single buildings in Tokyo. So we had to find some good ideas on how to build that environment, making it believable that it was the city. Then the water is always challenging in the way that as good as the tools are becoming, the data are massive, the render farm needs to be massive. So a lot of water shots, that makes definitely a massive challenge for a small company. What we did is we tried to make believe that we made the real buildings. So we use real data for scale and shapes, and then filled up procedurally. Just that on its own was the major part of what we had to do, because we could create setups to automatically, procedurally, like fill up building, destroy building, fill up building, destroy building. And with this, we filled up the whole thing with natural destroyed assets. For the water, they were shooting in a pool. So ideally, what we were trying to do was to match that pool current as much as possible. Then we had this giant maelstrom of water. So for that, we just clustered the hell out of this and just rendered like many clusters of water. So Houdini is basically the center of our pipeline, right? And since we did Oni, basically we wanted to ingest everything into Houdini, and so that way we have really minimum amount of back and forth between softwares, making it super smooth. If we think about before USD, at that time we were like 10, 12 people. Copy-pasting things from one scene to another was not great, but it was decently doable. As soon as you start thinking about having tens or hundreds of assets, then suddenly you absolutely don't want to go and copy-paste things from one Houdini. In that sense, just for the sake of not doing that, going through Solaris and USD is making it super easy, because if we just want to pass an asset, we just save a USD and everything is in there, people can render the same thing. And actually, lately we've even started working with companies where we just need the whole thing, and it just works like that, which is amazing.